Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're going to talk about the difference between fluid ounces and dry weight ounces. Recently I was incorrectly corrected by a viewer after having watched a video where I made some of the bread that I made in my bakery, and professional bakers will always weigh their flour out, because when you're dealing with so much flour at a time, if you don't weigh it and you try to measure it all out, you're going to have different amounts of flour each time, and your recipes will not come out consistently. But if you weigh your flour, what you do will be consistent. And I was used to making about 24 loaves of bread from scratch at a time. So now when I scaled the recipe down, I said use 3 cups of flour or 15 ounces. Well, the viewer corrected me and said no, 3 cups is 24 ounces. In the case that I was referring to was dry weight, as in weight on a scale. Those 3 cups of flour weighed 15 ounces on a scale. If I was talking about 3 cups of fluid like you would measure in a measuring cup, yes, 1 cup is 8 ounces, 3 of those would be 24 ounces. So there is a difference. Anytime you're dealing with liquids, you're going to be measuring them in a measuring cup, and we know that 1 cup is 8 fluid ounces. Now there are times, rarely, but there are times when you may see the weight of a liquid. This would apply more in a commercial situation than you would find in a home baking recipe or something like that. A lot of times they might weigh out milk or water because they're dealing with so much volume. It's easier just to put their vessel on a scale and then pour in and weigh it out. But you won't see that in your home recipes. So we know that when we're dealing with liquids and we've got 1 cup, it's 8 fluid ounces. And for the record, 1 fluid ounce is 2 tablespoons. There's 16 tablespoons in 1 cup. So now when you're dealing with dry ingredients like flour, you're going to measure that flour in a cup like this, and then level it off this way, and you'll have your 1 cup. Now there are different ways to measure your flour, and I'm going to go over that in a separate video. Different ways to measure your flour, and how you do it is important, and you want to do it consistently, because the different ways of measuring your flour can result in different amounts of flour in the cup. And it can make a difference in your recipe. If you find that a recipe's come out dry, you've got a lot of flour compacted in that cup. If you come out with a recipe that is too moist or flops, you may not have had enough flour in that cup, even though you measured it and leveled it off. So I'm going to do that in a follow-up video to this, on how to properly measure your flour, and as long as you do it consistently, your recipes should come out fine. I do hope this clarifies to you the difference between dry weight and fluid weight, fluid ounces, when you are dealing with the recipe. So yes, I was referring to 3 cups of flour being 15 ounces on the scale. Okay, not 24 fluid ounces. I do hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Bye for now.